Whoppers or crazy tin hatters, right?
I'm just here for the bucket of meat and corn dogs.
Bucket of meat. May close early. Ooh, I smell pumpkin. Just go straight through? Okay, we're just heading straight through. Well, you were right, it was off to the side. Looked like nothing was there to me.
Okay, so basically what we're doing is I'm sending a message through this computer into the radio through this little box, and we're trying to send it to a van that's out in a parking lot.
They're sending signal to you, is that it?
Yep, on this laptop.
On the laptop,
Using this
okay.
radio.
Okay.
Then we got amateur radio, amateur radio, amateur radio, amateur radio, and then we have in the back what we call a high frequency radio.
Okay, this is practice, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do practices to, especially when an emergency comes, then we can handle the traffic and all that. We do a lot of public safety events, like the Race for the Cure, Ride for Sight, parades for Frontier Days.
Was stationed on the corners in case somebody something. I was in Katrina, and I wished we would have had a van like something like this, an operation that we have here in Wyoming. I had people coming to me as a ham operator to call their families, get people, outside the area, and let them know they were okay and that. And not every state got this. And of course, that was Mississippi. I was in at the time, but something like this here is invaluable when that happened, because you can't call the police, you can't call the ambulance, you can't call nothing. The AM, FM radio stations are down. Everything, in my case, 10 days.
And then there's another setup over here in the other part of the room that I'm trying to send messages back and forth to also.
Basically, you can talk all over the world on this thing.
All right, what you hawking, lady?
This is Thrive Life freeze-dried foods. They're out of American Fork, Utah. They're packaged for long-term storage, 25 years, but they're so good, you don't want to leave it on the shelf, you want to eat it. And it'll teach you how to cook it. Little yellow strips, that's freeze-dried cheese. You can either use it dry like this, and I tell you, it's addictive, or you can put it in a baggie, sprinkle a little water in there, swish it around, put it in the refrigerator, and you'll have fresh cheese the next day. And it even melts.
No way.
It does. It's great.
And it melts out creamy like.
It will.
Wow.
In your macaroni and cheese or on a casserole. CausyThrive.thrivelife.com. That is the website that comes to me specifically. You can go online, you can order it, have it shipped right to your house, and never have to go to the grocery store.
But if you hit a person with that anywhere at all in the body, they immediately start locking up, and you just keep it on them. You're in control of their muscles, and in about 2 seconds, they have no control at all left. They're down on the ground.
She says that with this really creepy smile.
So how many times have you tried it?
Well, when the person's been willingly wanting to do it, I've probably done at least 20. BodilyDefense.com. We are Alan and Rita Bodily. We have our online.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is our last name. That is our last name. That is our last name.
Yeah.
I know. I told my husband, I said, we can use that last name for something that works.
That's great.
As well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. Flashlights have a 3-function flashlight.
Oh, that's a club, too.
It is. It has strobe.
That'll blind you. This is a video.
It's got 320 lumens, and then it'll go to 200 lumens, and then it'll back to strobe by turning that off and on. And then if you slide that switch all the way up with your thumb and hit the red button right there.
This kit is a large kit. It's got 9 puffs and 1 striker. That's an average of 45 fires. Now to use them, very simply, just take it out of there. Don't worry if it's raining and everything, you get it wet, just squeeze the water out. They light wet or dry. They will light in the wind, which is the biggest problem, wind and water.
In Wyoming, I've never seen wind before.
To get a fire going. Now, I'm tearing off just a little tiny piece is what you want to do if you're dealing with relatively dry kindling. If you're dealing with soaking wet wood, you want to unroll half a puff to a full puff because you need longer burn time. You simply get your kindling ready. The strikers are 1,000 strike lighters. They have a very defined striking edge on them. You can feel it. Make sure you grab it, put the striking on there. You simply hit these with 1 spark. You're off and running.
Good Lord.
They burn long and hot. They like wet or dry, they are non-toxic, and they never expire.
Dave.
Dave's not here.
So now, what kind of? I mean, you got big buckets of stuff behind you over here.
I sure do.
Okay. So how long has this stuff been last?
25 years.
25 years. Okay. Now after I open it, how long does it last?
Depends on how far into you eat it.
Okay.
Most of it's sealed. We keep it in a cool, dark place, so no problem. It lasts that while. But once you start opening it, you should eat it right away. Well, this is the easiest of all to make because you just add boiling water, stir it, sip it back closed, let it sit 8 to 10 minutes, open up, stir, and enjoy.
Now, one of these buckets sets you back about how much?
About $130.
Okay. For about a month's worth of breakfast.
This is a Berkey water purification system. This will take out heavy metals, aluminum, barium, copper, all this stuff out of the water, so you don't have to worry about the bad stuff. It takes out all those pharmaceuticals and all those petroleum-based products. I've sold a lot of these around Gillette, Rock Springs, and Casper, just for that fact.
Oh, Gillette's got some nasty
Horrible water.
Yeah.
Lots of solids in their water.
Not like Wheatland. They just discovered in Wheatland the water supply for the city, radiation in it.
Oh, really?
The carbon-based filters are cleanable and reusable.
Somebody's saying that's not possible because carbon is a pollutant, you know.
So it's just a
Depends on who you talk
It's
to.
just a flow-through design. Fill the top and it
Fill the top, it
trickles down to
flows
the
right
bottom.
through. No electricity required.
Okay, so I saw this when we were coming in. So we got to go outside and see this now. This is probably one of the coolest camping gear setups I've ever seen in person in my life.
The trailer is manufactured in West Jordan, Utah. We're currently about 10 weeks out on the build. Every one of them are custom built. You pick the size, the color, the features, and 10 weeks later, your trailer shows up.
Yeah, now, about how much would a setup like this set me back?
This one currently is set at about $23,000. They go up to about $30,000, and that's getting the largest, the XT model. These are 35-inch Kevlar sidewall tires. Have drop-down gun boxes. You have 125-watt solar panel. This model, or this unit, currently has a 100-foot extension cord that if you want to park this in the shade, you unbolt your solar panel, take it anywhere up to 100 feet away, prop it up against a tree, put it in a tree, build a stand. LED lights, one in each corner. They all telescope up. You have an LED light in the kitchen, LED light in the car.
And when I put up my big flat screen TV in the satellite dish,
You'll probably need a generator for that. This panel, it feeds hot water to the sink. You have a hot water shower in the back. You have propane tanks for here. 2-burner cooktop. Your storage for pots, pans, cups. You have USB ports in here as well. All these tools come standard. Not this one, you're just gonna have a regular hatchet on there. But this is basically your dirty box. If you use this as, if you're a hunter, you could put your carcass, your deer heads, your meat, your skin, your shower rings, shower curtains. The curtain has a magnetic strip on both sides, so once it touches here, it zips up pretty tight. 4x4 floor mat, so you're not standing in the mud where it says water filtration. Throw the line into a river, pond, creek, lake. Hit your filtration button on your command center up there. It sucks water in, it filters it, and then runs it through a series of UV lights, kills the bacteria. You now have potable drinking water.
You only get these in Wyoming. They get these meat sticks. They got elk and venison and buffalo, wild boar. Look at that. Where else can you get a jalapeno buffalo meat stick? Well, that was my nickname in high school. Meat stick.
You're just a what scout?
Life Scout.
Life Scout. Okay.
It's right before Eagle.
Okay, so your Eagle Scout is next.
Yeah, so this first aid kit right here, this is a home first aid kit. It contains everything you will most likely need to treat an injury at home. This one is a car first aid kit. It's slightly more advanced than this one, and it's got a few other things that you might need.
Now, do I need any special training to learn how to use all of this stuff?
No, not necessarily. Most of this, it's just you can know how to use it easily. There's cold compresses, so this is like an ice pack, but when you compress it, it turns cold. There's a heat one. There's a hot version of this. These larger pads for blood. Then we got like paracord, glow sticks, flashlight. We have Benadryl spray for like poison ivy, poison oak, if you come in contact with those.
Bee stings?
Bee stings, tweezers for splinters or bee stings. This is a pain reliever. It could almost work for burns. Bee stings. This pack is what they have that they issue to the military. This is a $375 pack. This you can basically. This is about the same thing as this.
This is portable.
The hills like we were talking about. Okay. So when you want to do it, what you're trying to do is just shave off parts of it. You're not trying to hit it together really hard. You're just kind of catching the edge of it. Let's see. Okay, so that's your 2 parts, right? Okay, now this is the other part. This is char cloth. Okay, so what this is this 100% cotton. Okay, and we cook it in a tin. What we do is burn all that material off, and we basically turn this into a primitive form of charcoal. All right. So what we want to do is we're going to take a little pinch of this here, as we're throwing sparks, and when you're casting down like this, you're throwing sparks upward. So what we're trying to do is catch a spark into that. See that there? Okay, see how that's glowing? There you go, you got it, buddy. Now blow on that. Nice and easy until it gets bigger and bigger. We're going to tuck that down into there. Lots of air, big breaths, big long breaths. Big long breaths. Big, 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 big. Woo! You got it.